It's Magic 102.3 and 92.7. Big Jag in the morning with Huggy Lowdown. And when you have a career spanning over 20 years, 10 albums, 7 number one singles, you really don't need an introduction, okay? He's your favorite singer's favorite singer, Mr. R&B Money. Hey, Ty.
You did that.
I did that.
Yeah.
I worked on it. I worked on
it. Thank you for that.
I love what you're doing with R&B Money. And, give us a refresher on what inspired the idea. And then when did you know that you had something more with it?
I'm maybe I'll start with just the name. The name R&B Money. I wanted to correlate the word, the name R&B with, I guess people's vision of success or their idea of it, right? And so just in its most simplistic form, everybody equates success with making money. You know what I mean? If you're successful, you have the money and the goods and the things to show for it. Get into the bag. And so I said, how about we just make it simple so everybody can understand R&B Money. Everything that I have, everything that has worked for me has been because of R&B Money. If you want to be successful in this business and you want to do R&B, come see us because we know how to get you that R&B money, right? So as it moved into a podcast space, it was like, for us, these conversations are so expensive and so needed because the journey, the blueprint behind the music, whether it be singing it, writing it, producing it, video directing, the choreography, the styling, the make, all of these things are expensive pieces that go together to make this really cool thing that we call R&B music. And so, we felt like these conversations were valuable, but we really didn't know how valuable they were until people just started walking up to us and thanking us. Like, thank you for the R&B Money podcast. It would just be that simple. I needed to hear that. I needed that. Like, I never knew that this was that. And I never knew that this person was going through this. And I never knew that this person made it through that. Or you wrote that song like that. Now I know how to work my way through. So like, it's encouraging to people who aren't even in the business, people who are just having their own struggles and having to figure out how to be creative in their own space, in their own offices, their own cubicles, whatever it is that they do. They're finding encouragement through these R&B stories, and that's what makes it expensive and valuable. And so, there is a success in terms of money that comes along with it, but we really haven't made any money. Like, we've only invested in R&B money. You know what I mean? Like,
but in terms we really haven't made any money with it.
In terms of the podcast, like, the podcast for us has been a labor of love. Like, we pay our production, we make sure our setup is good so that when people come, they feel comfortable. If they need a drink, they can get a drink. They need some food, they can get some food. And we just create this safe space and environment so that people can tell their story. And for us, that's priceless.
And that's what it's about. Yeah, because everyone has a story, and it's always great when they're in an environment where they're comfortable, that they can talk to you and be vulnerable, because vulnerability, and especially in the industry, is, it's rare because people don't want you to see what they would call like a weakness or a moment of weakness and things like that. But let's say you are a master chef, because one of the things that I know people were complaining about was like, oh, they don't make R&B music anymore like they used to. The songs are not hitting like they used to. And let's say you're a master chef and you hold the recipe to R&B. And you know all the ingredients. So what did you feel over time started missing from R&B, from that genre?
Well, I don't think anything went missing from the genre. I think the visibility of the genre in terms of those things that people wanted from the genre went missing. Not the people doing it. There are people who've always been making love songs and R&B music and all these things. did it lose popularity?
Mm.
Yeah, it lost popularity. Did it lose its place at mainstream radio? Yeah, it lost its place at mainstream radio. Why? Because, other styles of music came in and started taking over with their thing. You know what I mean? And then they started, the twerking and the drug dealing and the killing and all these things. Not only was that taking over from a rap space, but then they started using melody to talk about it.
They
So
started
now
singing.
they
The
started
hip
singing,
hop
they started
artists started
singing about
singing
killing and drug dealing and twerking.
and
So
bending over. Yeah.
so then what happens is that for the artists who are at least trying to be seen, they have to be competitive in that space. And so they made adjustments to survive in that space. But we've always had the R&B that we know and love. It just hasn't been promoted that way, right? And
Mm.
so for us, it's about shining the light back on the emotional R&B singer, especially the emotional male R&B singer. Women can get away with being emotional. We accept that from you guys. You know what I'm saying?
See?
But when a guy's
Yeah.
emotional in 2024, he's called a bunch of different kind of words. When he's vulnerable in 2024, he's called a bunch of different kind of words because the streets have taken over. Can't be soft in the streets.
We missed that. So let's just put that out there. We miss the men begging in the desert with combat boots on and, on their knees and everything else. Like that type of emotion coming from men now, I think is needed, is wanted for a lot of women because everybody is so hard. Everybody
And,
hard.
and
The
so
men, the women.
what we need is more women like you to say it, right? Because
Mm.
what you also have to remember is that we cater to what women want. And so when women become city girls, cool, that's what you want. Okay, we'll be city boys then. But when women say no, I want to be a woman, I want to be soft, I want to be catered to, I want to be respected. When you make those demands, we listen and we will follow suit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I heard the radio version of when it first it first dropped. And then when I heard my version in the car, I was
Amen.
like,
Amen.
the songwriting is there. And that's what I always felt like, you were such a triple, quadruple threat because you had an ear for music, you knew, what to speak to. And so I'm always curious, when you are building a song, not just for yourself, but maybe for someone else, because you've written for so many other artists. When you start building that song, what is the base of how you're approaching it? Are you constructing a song that would be for you, or are you taking a look at the artist that you're writing for and saying, okay, tell me some of your experiences and putting it together? Like
Yeah,
how does
it's
that
that.
come about?
It's only that. Like I'm a tailor.
Mm.
I'm not I'm not a mass producer of just the same sound, same song, same, and then you just walk in, you just pick something off the shelf. That's not how I work. You know what I mean? I'm very much a tailor, and I got to know your sizes. I got to know your experience with the fabrics. You know what I'm saying? I got to know. I got to know how close it fits you before and what you've performed well with. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I
Mm.
start making this new suit for you, I can cater to things that have worked well for you, but also know how to push you into new things, right? So there are so many conversations and things that take place before we even get to making music, because I'm making music for you, music that you have to be able to sell authentically, music that has to resonate with you before it can resonate with any of your fans. So it's very much a tailor-made process.
Now, I know you work with a lot of up and coming artists. Is there a Tank boot camp that you put artists through to really like polish, them as an artist, maybe even as a songwriter, in bringing that R&B money venture and working with the young talent? Is that something that you kind of focus on or intentional about?
That's something that I do without even calling it that. I've helped a lot of artists um, you know, whether it be in conversation, whether it be in just pulling up and showing them things, whether it be in helping them musically. Like, I don't limit how I help. Like, I don't be like, yeah, if I'm gonna help you, I gotta own this, or if I help you, I gotta get paid this much. Like, it's not formatted in a way to where you can pinpoint where I've been and how I've done it. You'll just hear an artist say, man, I talked to Tank, man, and he gave me some gold that helped me do this. And one time me and Tank were talking, and it just like, I'm that guy. I'm just always going to be available to be of service. And so when you say boot camp, I think I should make a boot camp. You know what I'm saying? Where people
Listen,
can
I'm just
come.
saying, because you have the blueprint. And so, you know, I read about, you know, you just working with artists and things like that. And I'm like, wow, for you may not have had that one single person that really like invested. You know, you've been in the industry for a long time, and I know that you know that it's not every day that somebody will really take you under their wing and really show you the ropes, or you know, try to perfect that sound. Like, okay, well, maybe not like that, but let's do this. All right, you got it. And to really like work with artists, so I can see that for you. So that is something that you should consider.
Done.
For sure.
Done. And I'm gonna say this idea is all mine. Got you.
Wow. We got on tape. Don't cut that out. Atlantic.
And it's recorded. You got it on video.
We got it. We got it. So let's talk. The last time we talked, I think you were kind of throwing around the idea of retirement and all that. And I was like, yeah, okay, Tank.
Okay. I did. I retired for like some months. I retired.
That's a vacation, but okay.
And then I'm back. Yeah, vacation.
You took a little vacation, and now we are back with R&B Money, The Vault. And is it what we're thinking it is? Are these ones that you kept in the chamber?
No, well, no.
Because this is when I first saw it. I was like, now I know Tank wasn't holding out on us.
No, well, what's in the vault are the ingredients.
Here we go. Yes.
Right. What's in the vault are the ingredients to make, to create these moments, but not the moments themselves. Right. And so there was only one full piece in the vault, and that was War. And the interesting thing about War was, when I made this record like 3 years ago, nobody was on country. We weren't trying to be part of the country aesthetic. And so I was kind of early, and I was like, yeah, they're not going to be ready for this one. And that's the only one that I held back. And now that everybody's going country crazy and buying cowboy hats, I'm like, you guys are ready now?
It's time.
Now you're ready? And so that one was that, but all the four other songs, they're brand new songs. I just went in the vault, grabbed the ingredients, and just cooked up 4 new ones so that the people could again experience me now. Nothing from back then. You're getting what's in the vault right now.
What's in the vault right now. And when you're working on new music, like, what are you most what comes most, like, what comes easiest to you, right? When you're constructing, because I know you just took a vacation. So are these the experiences that have happened throughout the vacation time? What went into bringing these new songs to us?
Yeah, like when you think about it, yeah. I'm just
thinking about the title. Back to the
yeah, the title's Lonely. I Just Want to Love You. Come Inside. Before We Get Started. War.
Get started.
All of these things are happened during the vacation. You know what I mean? I just wrote about it. It's funny because like when you're married, sometimes, or when you're married to an artist, you know, my wife is like always afraid that that all of our conversations make it to my albums. So, yeah. It happens a lot. You know what I mean? And so that's my life is in these songs.
And we are excited about it. It drops today, y'all. Go out. And before you get out of here, I have to play this with you, Tank. I play this with pretty much every artist. So we're going to see if you can get these. All right. This is called Who Said That? So I'm going to give you some TV show lyrics to the theme song. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to sing it. And you just have to tell me who said that? What show was that? All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Times are changing every day. We won't get by with those same old ways. Pulling together, we'll make it right. With help from our friends, I know we'll get by. 'Cause there's no place like home. With your family around you, you're never alone. 227.
Oh man. Okay. I definitely did. You listen, you could have sang the whole song. I still would.
Okay, wait. I think this is gonna be easy. Here we go. Here's our chance to make it. And if we focus on our goal, we can dish it.
Hillman.
Yes, just remember that you
what's
go.
Different World. There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Different World. Yeah.
All right, and this is the last one, and I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I don't know if you're gonna get this one, but I feel like you are. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Come and dance on our floor. Take a step.
Three's Company.
Okay.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying?
That was great. I'm gonna get some real good ones for you next time. But
listen, that 227 had me stumped. You had me.
I was like, wow, I'm about to go through the whole chorus for you.
Yeah,
I'm place, child. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tank. Much success to you, and congratulations on the R&B Money Tour live. The podcast is coming to a city near you, so it's a great moment for you, and I'm excited for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.